In a quaint, struggling village nestled among rolling hills, life was filled with hardship and sorrow. The sun, once a beacon of hope, seemed to cast long, oppressive shadows over the tired faces of the villagers. They toiled daily, their hearts heavy with worry, their spirits dampened by an endless cycle of labor and loss. But one fateful day, 3 peculiar monks, dressed in humble robes and carrying nothing but the clothes on their backs, entered the village square. Their faces were beaming with an inexplicable joy, eyes twinkling with a light that seemed to pierce through the villagers' despair. Without uttering a single word, the monks began to laugh, a deep, hearty laugh that resonated through the narrow, dusty streets. At first, the villagers watched in bewilderment, their curiosity piqued by the strangers' bizarre behavior. Children tugged at their mothers' skirts, pointing and giggling, while the elders shook their heads in disapproval. But as the monks continued, their laughter became irresistible. One by one, the villagers found themselves smiling, then chuckling, and finally joining in the mirthful chorus. It was as if the laughter had a magical quality, lifting the weight of their burdens and filling the air with a newfound sense of lightness. The village, once draped in gloom, was suddenly alive with joyous sound. The laughter spread like wildfire, igniting a spark of happiness in hearts that had long forgotten what it felt like to be carefree. Neighbors who had scarcely exchanged words for years now stood shoulder to shoulder, laughing together as if they were old friends. The monks' laughter, infectious and pure, broke down barriers and united the community in a way that no one had thought possible. It was a transformation as miraculous as it was simple, all brought about by the contagious joy of 3 mysterious visitors. As the day turned into night, the laughter continued, echoing through the village like a sweet, melodic refrain. The monks did not stop. They laughed until the stars came out, casting their gentle glow over a village that had rediscovered its soul. The villagers, exhausted but exhilarated, returned to their homes with lighter hearts and a sense of hope they hadn't felt in years. They didn't understand the monks' purpose, but they knew one thing for certain. Something extraordinary had begun, and life in their village would never be the same. The monks stayed in the village, their laughter never ceasing. Each morning, as the sun painted the horizon with hues of gold and pink, the villagers would gather in the square, drawn by the magnetic pull of the monks' joyous presence. It became a daily ritual, a celebration of life and unity. With each peal of laughter, the monks seemed to weave an invisible thread that bound the villagers together, strengthening their communal spirit. The simple act of laughing together transformed their interactions, fostering an atmosphere of kindness and camaraderie that had long been absent. Villagers who once kept to themselves now found reasons to connect. They shared their stories, their dreams, and their fears, finding solace in the shared experience of joy. Conflicts that had festered for years were resolved with a smile and a hearty laugh. The blacksmith and the baker, once rivals, now laughed side by side, their animosities forgotten in the light of their shared happiness. The monks spoke no words of wisdom, offered no sermons, only laughter. This simple, yet profound act worked miracles in the hearts of the people. The transformation was tangible. The village market, once a place of hurried transactions and terse exchanges, became a lively hub of interaction and friendship. Children played freely, their laughter echoing the monks' joy. Even the animals seemed to sense the change, their behavior more playful and less wary. The villagers began to take pride in their community, working together to beautify their surroundings and help one another. Gardens flourished, houses were repaired, and a sense of collective ownership and joy took root. It was as if the monks' laughter had planted seeds of happiness that blossomed into a vibrant, thriving community. The monks' laughter was a powerful reminder that joy could be found even in the simplest moments. They taught the villagers that happiness was not something to be pursued or captured, but something to be shared and experienced together. The village became a place of shared happiness, a sanctuary of collective joy. The monks, with their unending laughter, had turned a once somber place into a beacon of hope and positivity. The villagers' lives were forever changed, their hearts forever touched by the simple, transformative power of laughter. One day, the villagers faced a grave challenge. A devastating drought threatened their crops and livelihood. The once lush fields turned brown and brittle, the rivers shrank to mere trickles, and the wells ran dry. Despair began to creep back into their lives, the laughter of the monks seeming a distant memory in the face of such overwhelming adversity. Fear and uncertainty gripped the hearts of the villagers as they watched their hard work wither away under the relentless sun. But the monks, undeterred, continued to laugh, their mirth undiminished by the dire circumstances. Their unwavering joy in the face of adversity inspired the villagers to come together, support each other, and find creative solutions. With the monks' laughter as their guiding light, they refused to succumb to despair. They dug deeper wells, using the combined strength and ingenuity of the community. They devised systems to conserve and distribute water more efficiently, ensuring that everyone had enough to survive. Families shared what little they had, their bonds strengthened by the shared struggle. The monks' laughter was a constant reminder that even in the darkest times, joy could prevail and foster resilience. The drought, though harsh, brought out the best in the villagers. They discovered a strength and unity they hadn't known they possessed. The spirit of cooperation and mutual aid that the monks had nurtured with their laughter now became the village's greatest asset. Together, they faced the challenges head-on, their spirits buoyed by the unwavering joy of their 3 enigmatic visitors. The monks' laughter echoed through the village, a beacon of hope that guided them through the darkest days. Their infectious joy proved that even in the most challenging times, the human spirit could triumph. As the drought persisted, the villagers grew more determined. They organized community gatherings to share knowledge, support one another, and keep their spirits high. Music, dance, and laughter became their weapons against despair. The monks' laughter had taught them that joy could be a powerful force, capable of overcoming even the most daunting obstacles. And so, with laughter and determination, they persevered. The drought eventually ended, and the rains returned, rejuvenating the fields and replenishing the wells. The villagers celebrated not just the return of water, but the resilience and unity they had discovered within themselves. As the years passed, the monks grew old, yet their laughter remained unchanged. Their hair turned silver, their steps slowed, but the twinkle in their eyes and the joy in their laughter never faded. The villagers had come to love and cherish these 3 mysterious figures who had brought so much happiness into their lives. One morning, sensing their end was near, the monks gathered the villagers and made a simple request. They asked to be taken to a village they had never visited before. The villagers, though saddened by the impending loss, honored their request, knowing the monks' joy had to be shared with others. In the new village, the monks stood in the square, their laughter as vibrant and infectious as ever. The villagers watched in awe as the new community experienced the same transformation they had undergone. Faces lit up, burdens lifted, and the village resonated with the sound of joy. The monks laughed one last time, filling the air with their joyous spirit. As the sun set, the monks' laughter began to fade, and with peaceful smiles on their faces, they passed away, leaving behind a legacy of joy that would never be forgotten. The villagers decided to honor the monks with a special farewell. They gathered in the square to cremate the monks, believing their joy should be celebrated, not mourned. As the flames rose, an extraordinary thing happened. A beautiful lotus flower emerged from the ashes, symbolizing purity and enlightenment. The monks' laughter, even in death, continued to echo in the hearts of those they had touched. Their final act was a gift of profound beauty, a reminder that joy transcends life and death, leaving an everlasting impact on the world. The villagers, inspired by the monks' final gift, vowed to carry forward the legacy of joy. They shared the story of the 3 laughing monks far and wide, spreading the message of happiness and unity. The monks' laughter had transformed their lives, and they wanted others to experience the same magic. The tale of the 3 joyous strangers became a beacon of hope, a source of inspiration for countless people. The villagers knew that as long as they remembered and shared the monks' laughter, their legacy would live on, touching hearts and transforming lives across generations.